Akin and Sade screamed in terror. Their daughter had become a monster. Arike, what happened to you? Sade cried. In a small village in southwestern Nigeria, a young couple named Akin and Sade had just gotten married. Akin was a hardworking man who farmed to make a living, while Sade sold food in the village market. They loved each other deeply, but their lives were hard. Every day was a struggle to put food on the table. Their little hut was worn out, and many nights they went to bed hungry. They prayed to God to help them, hoping things would get better. After about a year, Sade became pregnant with their first child. Akin was both happy and worried. He was happy to be a father, but how would they feed another mouth when they were already struggling? A month passed, and Sade gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. They named her Arike. She was the light of their lives. But instead of things getting better, things got worse. Feeding Arike, buying baby clothes, and caring for her put even more pressure on Akin and Sade. They had no money, and it seems like the more they tried, the harder things became. Sade's small business wasn't bringing in enough money, and Akin's crops were failing because of the bad weather. They barely had enough food to eat, and often they would have to skip meals just to make sure baby Arike had something. One day, while Akin was sitting in the village square, thinking about his problems, he saw an old friend, Wale, who he hadn't seen in years. Wale looked different. He was dressed in fine clothes, wearing expensive jewelry, and driving a flashy car. Akin was shocked because he remembered that Wale was once as poor as he was. Wale, is this you? Akin asked in disbelief. Yes, my brother, it's me. Life has changed for me, Wale replied with a smile. Akin was curious. What happened? How did you become so rich? Wale leaned in close and whispered, It is a secret, but if you want to know, I can tell you. Just be prepared to make a difficult decision. Akin's heart raced. He wanted to know more. Tell me, Wale, I am tired of suffering. I need money to take care of my family. Wale looked around to make sure no one was listening, then said, There is a man I know. He has a way to make you rich, but you must be willing to sacrifice someone close to you. Akin was confused. What do you mean sacrifice? Who? Wale explained, You must give up someone you love, a child, perhaps. Once you make the sacrifice, you will be blessed with wealth beyond your imagination. Akin was stunned. Sacrifice his child? Arike was just a baby, but the thought of being rich, of living without worry, tempted him. Wale showed him pictures of his mansion, his cars, and all the wealth he had gained. Think about it, Wale said. You don't have to decide right away, but if you're tired of suffering, you know what to do. Akin went home that night, his mind filled with Wale's words. When Sade asked him why he was quiet, Akin told her about Wale's offer. Sade was horrified. How can you even think about such a thing? Sacrifice our daughter? Akin, are you mad? But Akin was desperate. Sade, look at us. We are suffering. Arike is suffering. We can't even feed ourselves. This way, we will have money and Arike will be at peace. It is a small price for a better life. Sade cried and refused at first. But after weeks of hunger and watching their daughter cry from lack of food, she began to consider it. Akin kept convincing her, telling her that this was their only way out of poverty. Finally, with heavy hearts, they agreed. Wale introduced them to a powerful man who promised to make them rich. They sacrificed Arike. The couple took Arike to a hidden shrine deep in the forest. The man performed a ritual, and just like that, their daughter disappeared. The next morning, Akin and Sade woke up to find bags of money in their home. They couldn't believe their eyes. They were rich. Akin bought new clothes, a big house, cars, and everything they had ever dreamed of. They moved to the city where nobody knew their past. People admired them, thinking they were just a lucky hardworking couple. But something strange started happening. Every night, Akin and Sade heard barking in their new home. It sounded like a dog, but they didn't have a dog. The barking was loud and frightening. One night, they decided to investigate, and what they saw shocked them to the core. There, in the middle of their living room, was Arike. But she wasn't the baby they had sacrificed. She had transformed into a creature half human, half dog. Her body was covered in fur. Her mouth was like a dog's snout, and she crawled on all fours, barking and growling. Akin and Sade screamed in terror. Their daughter had become a monster. Arike, what happened to you? Sade cried. But Arike couldn't speak. She could only bark like a dog. The couple realized they had made a terrible mistake. They had sacrificed their daughter for wealth, but now she was cursed. Despite their fear, they couldn't let anyone know. They built a secret room in their mansion and locked Arike inside. Every night, they would feed her in secret, but she was miserable. Akin and Sade tried to forget about her and enjoy their wealth, but the guilt never left them. Years passed, and Sade tried to have another child, but no matter how hard they tried, she couldn't get pregnant. They visited doctors, but nothing worked. It seems like the gods had closed her womb. Meanwhile, Akin became restless. He started spending more time outside the house and soon met another woman named Bisi. Akin kept Bisi a secret from Sade and began to spend a lot of money on her. Bisi believed she was the only woman in Akin's life, and she enjoyed the riches he showered on her. But Akin's secret life didn't stay hidden for long. One night, Arike managed to escape from her room. She ran into the street, barking and frightening the neighbors. People saw her and screamed, "Monster! Monster!" The news spread quickly, and soon the villagers discovered that Akin and Sade's wealth came from evil rituals. The village chief called for a meeting, and the whole community gathered outside Akin's mansion. "Akin, you have brought a curse upon yourself and this village. You sacrificed your own child for money. The chief declared. Akin and Sade were dragged before the villagers. They had no defense. They couldn't deny what they had done. The villagers chased them out of the city and they lost everything: their wealth, their home, and their reputation. As for Harike, no one ever saw her again. Some say she disappeared into the forest, forever cursed to live as a half-human, half-dog creature. Greed can make people do terrible things, but no matter how much wealth you gain, there is always a price to pay. True happiness comes from love and hard work, not from shortcuts or evil deeds. If you watched till this moment, thank you for watching African Folktales by Uje. Please don't forget to click on that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends. Thank you.